This video is going to give you some tips and tricks on how to use Cengage to your best advantage when studying or preparing for this course. Once you're logged into Cengage, you'll see a page that's a little bit like this, except you're more likely to have only one class or maybe two classes if another class on campus is using Cengage. So this is your courses tab, and you can get right into the course by clicking on the link or going to the assignments, grades, or also your syllabus is listed here as well. The syllabus for this course is also in your Moodle class, so you have access to that syllabus no matter which homework manager you're in. Either you're in Moodle or you're in Cengage, you still have access to the syllabus. Okay. So if you click on the assignments tab or you click on this button for assignments, it will lead you to the same place. Okay, so assignments tab, its default view is to show only the assignments that you can take now. You may want to click on all assignments, that way you can see what's ahead, and that way it shows you when the tests are, actually in this class the tests are open all the way, so the only assignment that is not available to you right now, if you scroll all the way down, you'll see a comprehensive problem, and it says that it's not going to open until 6/25, and then it's due on 7/24, so you have 1 month to complete this comprehensive problem. Pretty much everything else you'll be able to see. And then also, if you click on all assignments, it will show you past assignments as well. So once the homework has been due and 5/28 has passed, you'll still see that homework. If you leave it only on the assignments that you can take now, so from this page, you're able to print blank assignments, or you can click on Take the Assignment when you're ready. Some important details about this page is it will always give you the due date and time, and it will tell you how many times you can take the assignment. Homework is always unlimited up until the due date. So you can work on the homework over and over again until you're satisfied with your grade or until the due date comes. And then it will give you whatever grade you've had on that last attempt. Your quizzes, you have 2 attempts at the quizzes. And then the test, you only have 1 attempt, and it will also tell you that you have a 60-minute time limit. Okay, so this is our assignments page. Our next tab in Cengage is the Grades tab. The Grades tab, as you can see, this is for me, and of course I have not taken any of the assignments, so I have no scores yet. But on the Grades tab, you can see exactly how you did on each assignment that was taken. And it lists how these things are weighted in your overall grade. And that's in the syllabus as well. So here for test, your tests are 40% of your grade, your homework is 32%, and your quizzes are 16%. And then that comprehensive problem that I told you won't open until June is 12% of your grade. You also have access to these practice items. These are items that don't count for or against you. I don't even see how you did. All I can see on my end is whether you've taken them or not. Okay, so these are some practice homeworks to help you in preparing for the test, I hope. Okay, so that's our Grades tab. It will also give you your overall grade as of that date. So it does not take into account anything that has not been due yet. Okay. The very last item that is extremely important is the Study Tools tab. Study Tools tab here in Cengage gives you plenty of additional information that will help you in preparing for the test or the quiz or the homework or whatever spot you're at. It's going to come up with this view, which is the Select a Chapter view. We're on the first chapter, so we don't have to select one, but after this chapter 1, you just click on that and pick whatever chapter you're on. Okay, so what it does is it lists the learning objectives for each chapter, and then you can do the arrow and it will give you additional help. So we have the e-textbook, which is the exact textbook you have in your hand but on the computer. Okay, so that way if you have to go on vacation this summer, you forgot your book at home, as long as you have internet access, you have access to the entire class. Okay. It also gives you these e-lectures. Sometimes you need to hear it to be able to learn it, and that's a little bit more difficult in an online class. So these e-lectures are PowerPoints with voiceover lectures. So they're not just reading the PowerPoints, they're actually giving you a lecture for that portion of the objective. And the great thing is that they're small and compact, and so they're not giving you the whole chapter where they got 100 slides and it takes up your whole day. You can do one objective at a time, which is the way that I recommend that you tackle accounting. The biggest thing with accounting is that it builds on itself. So if you don't get chapter 1, then it's only going to make chapter 2 harder, and 3 more difficult, and 4 absolutely impossible. Okay, so you have to be able to understand the information in one chapter to be able to move on to the next, and you cannot just dump the information. You have to understand it. Okay, so my real recommendation is that you start out taking one small objective at a time. It makes the information a little bit easier to understand. And then over here, we have additional stuff, like here's the whole ebook. Instead of breaking it out by objective, here's the whole ebook for the chapter. They have flashcards, which are incredible for learning the terminology, which you have to learn the terminology to be able to answer the test questions. If you don't know what the question is asking, there's no way you can guess the right answer. Okay, there's glossary, crossword puzzle, and then there's of course some actual games that you can play as well, and those are awesome to help test your knowledge. Another view on the Study Tools tab is to go to the Study Plan view. Study Plan view allows you to select a chapter, and for this one we have chapter 1, okay, and you can take a pre-test and it will give you your results, and then it will limit the study tools to only those objectives that you need help with. And then after you take that and you go through all those study tools, you can take a post-test to kind of test yourself and see if you're ready and prepared to take the test for that chapter. So if in going through the material on your own, you're a little bit stumped, then I would recommend that you use the Study Tools tab to your advantage. I even would recommend that you start out with the Study Tools tab. Okay, sitting down to read an entire chapter of accounting can be very daunting, and you just won't absorb it the way that you need to. So by breaking it out by objective and taking it in smaller pieces, it makes understanding it a lot easier. Some of the benefits of Cengage is that with your homework, you're going to get immediate feedback. There is a check my work button that you can click to see if you're right or wrong. And then, of course, with the quizzes, you have 2 attempts, and you can print the quiz so that you can go over it first. Even though I have realized in this assignment, the quizzes, sometimes printing it first is not really to your advantage because it has drop-down boxes that kind of help you. And when you're in the quiz, anything that is bolded or underlined, you can scroll over with your mouse and it will give you additional information. Okay, so the test is timed for 60 minutes. What that means is that you have to be prepared before you take the test. You will not have enough time to look up every answer. And it's not just multiple choice where it's definitions. It is multiple choice where you have to work out problems and pick the right answer. Okay, so you need to be prepared before attempting to take that test. So on the assignments tab, when it lists the due date, so the due date for the homework is tonight at 11 p.m., the day that I'm doing this, 5/28 at 11 p.m., okay? This is the due date for the first homework assignment. I would be very concerned if you just started looking at chapter 1 today. You have about a week in between each chapter, and the minute that you finish the test for this chapter 1, you need to start chapter 2's material. You cannot just click in the assignment and learn it as you go with the assignment. That is not the way that accounting works, and you may be able to pull it off for the first 1 or 2 chapters, but then you have not actually learned the material, and it's only going to make chapters 3, 4, 5, and on way more difficult. So please understand that we have an accounting lab here on campus that you can come and get help with. And for right now, they are open Monday through Thursday, I'm sorry, from 8 until noon, 8 a.m. until noon. Until June 15th, and then we have to reassess and determine if they're going to keep it open for the summer, since we only have one accounting course. So my best advice to you is to use it early, because that is the most critical time in accounting, is the first 4 to 5 chapters. Okay. Also, you can email me any question that you have, and I will get back to you within 24 hours. So if you're attempting to start the homework right now and you get stumped on something, you're not going to get an answer before it's due. So you need to start your homework and start the material the minute that you finish the test for the previous chapter. Okay. And again, remember, if you ever have any questions, you can contact me, and my information is listed in Moodle, and it's listed in the syllabus, which is in Cengage and in Moodle as well. I also have Facebook and Twitter pages where I release information and announcements and updates on those as well.